Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so live.
Okay. Here. Oh, I'm little here. And we got. Wait, what was this one? This one? Yes. Okay. I could be in the middle, but that's okay. Actually, here's what I'll do because we're going to talk about what is coming up. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Thursday, January 29th. I have to always look at the date. I'm always afraid I'm going to mess that up. You're watching Good Morning Frederick, and thank you so much for tuning in. The show is all about Frederick County, and let's get this out of here. And we're going to talk a little bit about what is going on today. We've got our morning roundup with Bob and AJ talking about what happened overnight. Maybe the biggest news will be that it looks like Market Street was kind of cleared of some of the snow. What a pain in the rear this snow has been for people. And of course, everybody's been, well, not everybody. A lot of the kids have been off school all week, and there's some issues with everything getting cleared out. We'll talk about that with Bob and AJ coming up in the morning roundup. I see our guests are coming in from the Family Search Center. We're going to go over what's happening in Frederick as well, your calendar of events of what is going on in and around the area, because while we're in this winter mode, there are still things you can do to get out and enjoy Frederick County. I know you probably guys are getting cabin fever if you've been in with your kids because, again, snow, not fun to play in. It's solid as a rock, and you need a chisel basically to try to, I don't even know how some of these people are going to get their cars out. It is so solid that I feel like that this is going to be here until April. So yeah, we're going to chat with Jon Tross and Rebecca Koford from Frederick Family Search Center. Genealogy. We're going to talk a little bit about tracing your history, which is kind of cool. And then Chelsea DeNenno from Frederick Flower Farm is going to join us as well. We have a mutual friend who introduced us or asked me to get in touch with her to be on the show. I love flowers. We're going to talk with her a little bit about what she's doing there. When you buy the Good Morning Frederick merch, American Cancer Society Relay for Life gets the proceeds. If you want to get some merch, let me know. The shop itself has been closed for quite a while to do some restructuring, and I'd love to get you some merch so we can help out American Cancer Society. All right, let's go ahead and officially get our show started so that we can get to what's happening in Frederick.
Sponsored by Fusion Car Wash. Now with 2 locations in Frederick to serve you. One on Spectrum Drive near the FSK Mall, which is a full-service location. And TJ Drive with self-serve vacuums. Download the free Fusion Car Wash app and sign up for a monthly membership. And you can keep all your cars clean daily. FusionCarWash.com.
All right, we got AJ down at Market Street, Bob Miller up on Grove Hill Road to find out Morning Roundup.
It's time for the Morning Roundup with Dani, Bob, and AJ Randall. Here to get you caught up with everything you missed overnight on Good.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
I happen to cut off the Good Morning Frederick after that every time. I don't know, get a little trigger happy. Good morning to Bob Miller and AJ Randall. How are you guys?
I am great. Your graphic game is really, really getting strong.
That's all AJ right there. That's him.
I don't know how to work tabs, Bob, but I can do some good effects.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Actually, Mama Cone one day after AJ had been on for about a month goes, "Wow, your show looks so professional now." So I don't know what that says about what I was doing before, but I think it says it all. So there you go.
Well, today at the radio station is apparently Headshot Day. And as you can see, I am really prepared for it.
Looking good, man.
Uh-huh. Yeah, hold on a second. I brought it, though.
It's going to be good.
I got it. Hang on a second. I got the...
You got a wig?
I got the hairspray.
Oh, my goodness.
And I've got the brush.
You brought hair products? Oh, my God.
I did. I got to look good, This thing here is probably 20 years old.
So is your last headshot.
It looks like it has 2 pounds of hair in it, Bobby.
No, it not really. If it has any hair in it, it's my wife's. But no, it has hair. It has hair. The spray?
Oh,
the spray makes it ugly. And then it comes. I'm like, I was wearing a black sweatshirt, and I'm like, I don't have dandruff. And come to find out, it's the dried up hairspray. Because I do this all the time. Flakes off.
Flakes.
So there you go. Not that Frederick really wanted to know any of that information. None of it.
Hey, learn something new every day.
Yeah, right.
Bob, we're on the internet. It's not just Frederick.
Well,
yeah. Then you would. Then the show should be called Good Morning Everywhere.
Eventually, that's what we're striving for. We're striving for it. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, AJ, I know you were looking at what was going on and kind of quiet around Frederick and beyond. What's happening?
Yeah, we'll get to the snow and the snow removal on Market Street here in a second. But FCPS just learned the state is sending $6.7 million more for fiscal year 27 than the school system originally projected. That means Frederick City Public Schools lowered its county ask by $6.7 million from about $470 million down to $463. FCPS says they estimate aid conservatively, especially because variables like wealth equalization weren't known yet, to avoid the nightmare scenario of announcing a budget and then having state money come in lower than expected. So I guess some good news for that.
I mean,
yeah, they just want a little over 400 and some odd $1 million, and then on top of that, the county's got to pony in their part to make that $1.01 billion budget that they so desperately need.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they suddenly have extra money. It just reduces the county gap, but it's still big.
well, this is why I love political speak, because when politicians talk about cutting a budget or, hey, we didn't, we saved $400 million. It's not literally saving money. It is cutting the number that they're expanding the budget by and not spending all of that. And it is just so mind-blowing and frustrating, and especially when we're in the midst of pretty much every municipality is defrauding the taxpayer by billions of dollars. I think I don't know. I have never seen more average Americans fed up with paying taxes when politicians, both sides, are not good stewards of the money they're getting from us, stealing from us, actually, strong-arming that money. And it just, I don't know. I don't know how we can stop it. So there is a little bit of that helplessness, but it's got to stop. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, unfortunately it won't. But when you see all the fraud mixed into all the waste, it's just insane. And then you see your check, and they're taking $400, $500, $600, a paycheck for people. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah.
But.
And then, like your heating bill, when you get your power bill, and, it's like, okay, well, you've used this much power, got to pay for that. But then there's like a list of fees on top of that. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But the question then has to be asked. If they're good stewards with their money, I mean, obviously there's always something happening. So like the city of Frederick, if they didn't expect the kind of snow they got, how much more money are they budgeting for this removal? And then next year, do they keep that same kind of a level? Then they have to replenish salt, So that's a hard one to do, because there's so many things that happen in a city that can take away funds. But the spending because they want to feel good is one thing, and they're spending that the necessities of snow removal, as I'm looking at the live look at 401 North Market Street, or, making sure that the power grid is good, or the sewers are good, and, the waste treatment plan is good. Those are the kind of things that we make sure that we have to have, not some little program because we want to make ourselves feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. Yep. Well, we were asking the question about Joe Atkins, who lost District 4 to Lasher in November. He says he'll likely accept the seat now that Lasher has resigned. City charter requires that when a council member resigns within 12 months, the runner-up gets offered the seat. The Board of Supervisors of Elections meets Friday at 9 a.m. to formally offer it to Joe Atkins. So like Bob said, one Republican and all the rest Democrats, he'll be not worried about doing a lot inside of those meetings.
Here's the meeting.
Yeah.
Here's the meeting. Joe speaks up and somebody goes, nope, don't want to hear it.
And then
sit there like a good little pup. And
yeah.
I mean, to be honest, his whole term should just be keeping people in Frederick up to date with exactly what is going on behind closed doors, because they're not totally transparent about some of the things that are going on, some of the decisions being made, some of the talks that they're having. And, I think it is, again, frustrating. We know that he is not going to get an opportunity to do much, if anything at all. Oh, look at that. They're really clearing off the ice for the walkways.
There you go.
Very nice. I think those are those our downtown ambassadors team, or is that?
I don't know.
Did you go ask him?
Wow. It's like the cavalry just turned up.
Right?
Well,
maybe I think they all get a Good Morning Frederick sticker.
Yeah. Throw them a couple t-shirts, see if they'll clear our driveway. But,
the mayor called and was watching our show, and it's just having him sit right there so that it looks like things
amazing. This is our tax dollars at work right now. So there we go.
Complaining about it. This is what we pay for.
That's pretty good. Oh, goodness.
Well,
I love it.
Kentucky Furnace Historical Society wants to expand the National Register Historic District by roughly 7,900 acres from 120 acres to 8,000 plus to reflect the broader historic Furnace Lands. They're contacting property owners now. If more than 50% oppose, it won't move forward. Non-responses don't count as opposition. Public presentation on this is February 11th at 6:30 p.m.
So, sorry, but I can't stop looking at the guy who doesn't have the yellow vest on, telling the guys with the yellow vest what to do as he runs on a shovel.
Supervisor.
This is how you do it, guys. This is how you do it.
I mean, God bless them. I'm so appreciative. But, again, how many people does it take to manage and do this? But look, they're getting it done so people can safely cross the street, especially our poor population that might be wheelchair accessible or have walkers to get up and off the sidewalk. So we appreciate the work that they're all doing out there, but it's kind of funny. It's that couldn't have been better timed, I don't think so.
All right, guys, over here, follow me across the street.
Next.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny.
I'm sorry.
There we go. They are getting it done. So last night, I guess, when we finished last of the Good Old Boys podcast, which happened to have Jeff Holtzinger, former mayor and current candidate for county executive, was on last night, and you can catch that on our YouTube channel. It was not cleared, and they had all the no parking signs along Market Street. But I will say this, that the cars, and you can kind of see one back there on 4th Street, the ones that have actually been blocked in from the plowing, I have no idea how they are actually going to get out, because
it's going to be in April.
Yeah.
So
it's literally the snow is so the ice, it is terrible. So yeah, I don't know what people are going to do, and people are quite upset right now. I think that thankfully the city has opened the parking garages through the weekend, I guess, for people to have a space to park. But it's a little messy downtown for sure.
Well, is all of Market Street a snow emergency route? Because if it is, then they're illegally parked.
Not
there.
Market Street. These are people on 4th Street. Yeah,
okay.
Everyone who was on Market Street during the snow emergency was ticketed or towed, I think. But no, these are the side streets. Like you can see that white car back there in the middle left of the screen of the live look. And there are many cars along 4th Street, 5th Street. Like because we were trying to look for places to park just to get into the studios, and it's really a disaster. So yeah, I don't know how those people are going to get out. They'll have to probably pay someone to clear. And there's this whole thing with the sidewalks, and this is why schools are still closed. Then, as you said, Bob, I think yesterday, the walkers, my kids used to walk, it was about a mile. It was the furthest distance you can live and still walk, which I believe is 1.25 miles. And you're counting on residents of those homes to clear the public use sidewalk, which backs up to their properties, or aligns their properties. And some people just won't do it. And so then what do you do? Like, you got to have those sidewalks cleared for kids to safely get to school. Because what was happening in my district when my kids were in middle school, they're walking in the middle of a Possumtown Pike off of a blind curve where cars are flying by at 50 miles an hour. And it was outrageous. So I'm glad schools are holding off until things are cleared. But if people aren't doing it, then what?
Well, that, and what I love best is the guy that clears out a spot and then puts a broom and then two chairs out so nobody else can park in his spot that's not really his. It's public spots. And then there's stories about people fighting over pulling in and moving those chairs and parking there, and then having all kinds of chaos happen when the snow comes out. See, this is why I hate snow.
Yeah. Well, our buddy Dave Conrad, who has been very vocal about the fact that he goes down and cleans off his sidewalk, and then the snowplow comes back and just pushes more snow back on his sidewalk. He goes, when does it end? And then there's a whole thing out now that the city's trying to be nice and they won't ticket you, but they will give you a notice of violation if you don't have your streets cleaned or your pavement sidewalk cleaned. But then they're like, and if you get one of those, then you have 24 hours to clean it, or you will have to pay the people to come out and clean it. You know, if they come out and clean it, then you have to pay for it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Who does your, I mean, so you guys, I don't know if you own the building or if you rent the building, but are you responsible for cleaning the sidewalks, or if you are a renter, does the owner have that responsibility?
Well, Shannon did pay somebody to clear the front of the shop off, but not everybody did that. I would think that the owners, because there are apartments upstairs, you know, so there's sections of getting to our car just in front of kind of half a block that is barely enough to walk through. So whose responsibility is that? Whose responsibility is the alleyway? I turned down the alleyway the other day and it looks like somebody has cleared it, probably the city, with one lane, but it makes it very tight trying to turn. And, you know, it just look, I get that this doesn't happen every single day, but you'd think that with the city the size of Frederick, the number of snowstorms we've had, the number of weather, you know, incidents, that we would have the plan in place that would see it. Just seems so chaotic. It seems so like, oh, hey, big surprise, when they were talking about this snowstorm for, you know, 2 weeks before it even came. So you kind of expect our city leaders to be better prepared and lead with a plan rather than seeming to be surprised that this happened and not really informing residents of things until it was too late. Again, the tickets. I mean, I read something about an 80-year-old widow who got a ticket because her sidewalk wasn't cleared and people were trying to figure out where to put the snow. I mean, that's the problem. When you live downtown, especially, where are you putting it? And they're saying you can't put it on the street. The plows come by and flick it back up, even if you've cleared it. So it is a very vicious cycle, and I'd love better outcomes, but that's
for sure.
Like we said, the mayor didn't even know where they take the snow. So
and again, not his first day, not his first day of the job. I mean, that to me is, again, leadership comes from, you know, your people will be much calmer when you lead from a position of information and being forthcoming. And to kind of just go, I don't know, like that to me is dumb. That's dumb. That's a dumb response. It makes people not have confidence that you can get us through this little period of discomfort. Also the same with starting to ticket people and then backtracking and say, oh, well, we're not going to do that. Starting to have the garages open and then closing it and then saying, oh, well, we'll extend it. I mean, that flip-flopping is just insane. It is insane. So, yeah, it's, I don't know, not confident about that.
Well, it is one good thing. I mean, it is nice that the city, you know, if you're on the snow emergency route, you can park into the parking deck for free, no matter how long it goes. I mean, I guess that's one good thing, that they're able to offer you. Because if you don't offer that, then where they're gonna go? You know, unless you have a shuttle driving them back and forth to Harry Grove Stadium, which is probably where they want to put all the snow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can say, while that's great, doesn't really help those of us who are north of 2nd Street. So merchants who are north of 2nd Street don't have close access to a parking garage for people up our way. So I know, look, it's an inconvenience. Again, doesn't happen every day, but you'd really love to have confidence in our leaders to be able to handle something as minor as this, really. I mean, it wasn't, and it's hugely impact. Can you imagine the cost of the loss of production because workers are home, because kids are off of school, people having to use their paid time off, their vacation leave or whatever, or the additional expense of more childcare and all of that. It's just, the production is got to be just crazy for business right now. Oh, yeah. Siobhan says a transit bus came through to drop off an elderly handicapped man. A plow had come through, blocked all the people on the alley from getting out after they dug themselves out. Yeah. It's nuts.
And that's a pretty name.
Yeah, Siobhan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I look again. I know first world problems, but it would be great if our leaders gave us a little bit of confidence that if something worse were to happen, we'd be ready. Like I feel like, wow. So
Yeah. Well,
anything
I've
else?
got that. I've got that topped.
Yeah.
My septic system is completely full.
Great.
Well, we can dump that in Carroll Creek, probably.
Yeah, well, hey, they did it in Potomac, the Potomac
Oh
River.
my gosh. Yeah, we really never covered. Is that still going? It was like 40 million gallons a day of sewage.
I forget how many gallons, but they were talking about how it's no longer called the Potomac. It's called the Poop-tomac.
That's disgusting. They were saying the smell is just unbearable. Can you imagine? I mean, if the weather was warmer too, that is disgusting. And just the impact of all of that. I mean, unbelievable.
Do you remember the song Dirty Water? DC, you're my home.
Yeah, I guess no more swimming in the Potomac.
No.
God.
Well, usually it runs on the other side of DC as it runs, all that stuff runs out of DC because, well, never mind. You know what I mean.
Disgusting. And I can't really, you haven't seen much about it, to be honest. I saw a couple stories on TikTok a few days ago, but yeah, no word on whether that's going to be cleaned up or done or what they're going to do.
I mean, how do they clean it? That's the question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, but gross. Oh, glad I don't live down there. Yuck.
There's so many jokes, though. Fish swimming in the Potomac River, comes home to his wife and goes, "Man, I got faced last night."
Are you gonna say shit faced?
I was, but I don't swear.
I know. I'll do it for you. Because that was funny.
Yeah,
we can only laugh because we're not in the vicinity.
That's true. So,
but
I got a guy coming out tomorrow who's like, I can get to it. If I can get to it, I can get it clean. But he's going to have to make 2 trips, I think. So,
Lord.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, well, things happen.
It's all that chili.
Well, I don't know if it's, I've only been there for 6 months, so I'm sure it's not from all me. I'm sure that I asked the people who lived there previously, and they're like, well, I don't think we've cleaned it out for years. And I'm like, yep, I know. Guess who has to do it now?
Yeah.
We grew up on a septic system, but I cannot remember. How do you know when it gets full? What is that?
Well, most people have a clean out because what was happening was water was backing up into my house. But it's just regular water. So I had Klein's Plumbing came out yesterday and we were working on stuff. And he's like, well, I'm like, there's where the septic is, but it's covered. But there was they called a clean out. So he twisted off the thing because he's young. So he walked through all the snow. He opened it up and goes, well, it's full. And I'm like, oh, crap. He goes, yes, that's exactly right. And so the problem is that it's not a big 6-inch tube. It's a 4-inch. So the guy's like, well, I won't be able to do a perfect job, but I can get all the water out of it, which means then you can, bide you some time until it gets, so I can get to it and get it cleaned out. So,
nice. All right. Well, that's
a dirty job. Where's Mike Rowe when I need him?
Right. Right. Oh boy. All right. AJ, was there anything else that happened that we can okay. Well, we're gonna finish on the poop. On the poop. There we go. All right. Well, I know our next guests are in studio waiting, so we're gonna run some quick words from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back to them. Bob, have a great afternoon.
Thank
AJ,
you.
We will see you in just a bit. We're gonna get to this.
Sponsored by A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business located right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding, windows, and gutters, and they can even build you a new patio or deck. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. You can get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just tell Sandra that Dani sent you.
What makes for a perfect custom engagement ring? Truly understanding the elements that make a ring that's perfect for you. Custom by Colonial. The Colonial Jewelers box. There's just more in it.
All right, we're getting our guests seated at 401 North Market Street. We're going to bring them on. Want to welcome Jonathan Tross and Rebecca Koford. Do I have that right?
Actually, I'm Jonathan, but Rebecca was not able to make it with us today. This is my wife, Elizabeth.
Oh, Elizabeth, I'm sorry. I read that email incorrectly. How are you today?
We're just fine. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you guys coming in. You are from Frederick Family Search. And why don't you tell us a little bit about how this organization got started and what Frederick can learn from it?
Well, Family Search is sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And it is the world's largest database of genealogical information, and it's all available there at our center, which is at 199 North Place. And we have everything is to be done. You have to make an appointment to be there, and we have workers that are able to help people get started and to do research on their family lines, find their ancestors, and not just find out who they are and when they were born, but find out more about them and who they were and things like that. Family Search has been around for quite a while. It started out years ago as the Utah Genealogical Society and was eventually turned into the Family History Center. And back in June of last year, they shut down and it was taken over by Family Search, which is, as I said, sponsored by our church. And they redid the whole inside. It used to be kind of dark in there, and they had different machines there. They had microfiche and microfilm machines and things like that. And they cleaned all that out, and everything that they had before is now online. So it's very open, very bright. And there's also a discovery system there that they put in that allows people to find out quite a bit more than they thought they knew about their family.
Yeah.
And it's really kind of fun, actually.
Yeah. And let me ask you a question. So I've been to the Mormon temple in Salt Lake City, and I know near there is one of the largest. What is it about the Mormon faith that it is the largest, like you say, access to genealogy? What was it about that kind of made this kind of hand in hand? Do you know?
Well, our church, we believe that families can be forever and not just until death do you part. And so the reason we search our ancestors is so that we can know who they are. And you mentioned the temple, and in the temple, we perform ordinances which allow us to be sealed together as eternal families. And this is sort of the main reason why we do genealogical research.
Yeah. Well, it's incredible, and it is a wealth of information. Elizabeth, how far have you traced back your family origins?
Well, on my dad's side, not as far as I would like. On my mother's
Hang on a sec. I think we're having some audio issues with that mic. We'll have Randy check that out. John, can you, while we're getting that fixed up, tell us how far you've gone back?
Well, the thing about the online family search application, it's family search, which is one word, familysearch.org, and it's free to anyone who wants to sign up. And the thing about it is, I was able to put in my parents and my grandparents, and if you have entered enough information in there, specific dates on when they were born or when they died or something like that, then the system will search for you and find somebody that they think they'll come back with a message that says, is this the person you say is your grandfather, for example? And you can check, double check. And then if you say yes, then there could already be a lot of lines and generations connected going back. That happened to one side of my family. I put in my great-great-grandfather. I found his information. And then the next time I logged on, I found out that there were probably about 20 more generations connected to that.
Wow. Yeah, it's just like this kind of
1200s.
highway system of families that, as other people may be doing some historical searches or whatever, it just kind of ties everybody together. It's really so fascinating. And I'm sure just amazing when you kind of go back to finding out who your bloodline comes from or how far back you go. How far back do some of these searches go as far as in time?
Well, I know a gentleman, and his family line, he has taken his family line back to 2,000 years BC.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's unreal.
And other people have gone back to, to the 1 and 200, second, third century, things like that. Now,
wow.
Mine only goes back to about the 1200s or so only.
That's so wild. Does it give you I've never done it actually, and I'm going to. I'm going to jump on. I have the website up, locations.familysearch.org. I love that this is a free, something free that you guys offer, because obviously, you want people to, I think it's so incredible to know where your family came from, understanding probably really how interconnected we all really are without even knowing it. Probably a great way to bring people together and really look. Oh, yeah, I just saw that. Jocelyn writes, "Whoa, that's cool. By the way, hi, Mom and Dad." Poor Mom can't speak right now. I don't know what's wrong with the mic there, but yeah. But yeah, I think that's really interesting and kind of gives people some insight. Have you ever witnessed where somebody kind of thought one way of their family and learned really it went a completely different direction?
Well, I'm not quite sure what you mean, but it's interesting that people can connect these family lines to themselves, and there are also other databases they can check, and newspaper sources that go back a long time, many, a couple of centuries, if you will, and
Wow.
articles that you can find about your ancestors. Now, I never met my grandfather. I finally found one day that his World War I draft card, okay, and it said on there that the reason, he was that's ripe age to go and fight in World War I, but he didn't go. And I found out on his draft card, it said he only had one eye, in a glass eye. And so I'm wondering, I wonder how that happened. And then found a newspaper article about him and his friends when they were 12. And they lived in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. And they were sledding down a hill. And out from the side, it was in the city. and out from the side came the trolley, and they crashed into the trolley. And apparently it was a pretty bad accident, and that's how he lost his eye, is in that accident.
And yet he's still enlisted.
Well, he had a draft card anyway.
Right. Yeah. But still, ended up, serving the country. Well, look, this is really fascinating. So people can either obviously jump online, locations.familysearch.org, or they can come to 199 North Place if they make an appointment, which you can do online. There is a link to do that where you can get assistance from people there on how to even start this process, how to research, and I'm sure you guys are a wealth of information on helping people to start to trace back their history. This is really wonderful.
One other thing, on the 7th of February, we're having an open house, and it starts at 10 o'clock in the morning, goes till 1 in the afternoon, and everyone is welcome. There will be lots of things to see and do. So
awesome. All right. Well, we will make sure and add that to our calendar of information as well. What a great opportunity to make some time to go and check things out, learn a little bit about Family Search here in Frederick, and find out a little bit about the roots of where your family came from. May surprise you. You may already know, but I know for me, I know probably just my generation, my mom, my grandparents, and then their parents. So that's about as far back that I have information, but it would be so fascinating to come and learn more. Thank you guys so much for coming in. And February 7th, you can go check out the open house, 199 North Place, just kind of right next to Route 15 off 40. It's a really great spot. And you guys do so much for the community. A lot of food distribution there. I know Mission of Mercy is there very often doing health clinics. So appreciate all you're doing for our community here in Frederick. Thank you so much.
there's lots of parking as well.
Yeah.
Nice to be here.
Yes, thank you so much. Elizabeth, we got you working right at the end there, but again, appreciate both of you coming in and letting us know about this, and you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you very much, Dani.
Thank you, guys. All right, our next guest is in studio. Bye-bye. We're going to get to Chelsea from Frederick Flower Farm right after this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
At Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic, we understand how pain can hold you back. We're here to understand what you're going through. For a limited time, you can schedule your first visit for just $50. Give us a call and mention Good Morning Frederick, and let's get you feeling better.
All right, we've got our next guest, Chelsea. Is it DeNenno?
It is DeNenno, yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, I got that right. Frederick Flower Farm. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. So my birthday twin, Dorothy Castle, told me I got to talk with you. Yes. So, and I think, are you guys related? She's related to everybody. So
no,
okay.
I'm not related to her, but my mom is one of her friends in the horse world.
Of course. That's how it all works. Yeah. All right. So tell me about Frederick Flower Farm. First of all, when did you get started?
So Frederick Flower Farm opened back in 2022, but I had been doing wedding flowers for the past 10 years. I managed an Ellicott City studio almost right out of high school for about 7 years before I was like, I want to open my own flower studio. So it opened in 2022 and then really took off in 2023 and 2024.
Oh my gosh. So how did you even come upon wanting to be in this industry? How does that happen as you're growing up?
Yeah, so actually I have to give credit to Oakdale High School. I've been a Frederick local my whole life. And then they had a wonderful horticulture program. I'm sure they probably still do. It's where I first got my hands on flowers, and then the FFA, which is the Future Farmers of America. and did some competitions with them for flowers and floriculture. And then I applied for a job off of Craigslist to be a florist in Baltimore, and that's pretty much where it took off from there.
What a great journey, really. I love that it started in high school, that these programs are still thriving. I talk a lot about agriculture here in Frederick, and while you're not doing dairy cattle or things like that, our flower farms are so important to agriculture as well. Not only beautiful parts of it, but just really a great part of. So, do you also grow flowers or do you utilize flowers locally? How does that work?
So do a little bit of both. So since we do so many weddings a year, I can't grow all of those flowers. So we do
Right.
try to work with several like local flower businesses that grow around this area, and then we have our flowers that we grow are usually for our You Pick Flower Garden, which is open to the public to come in during the season, which is like summertime to early fall, where they can come and pick their own flowers and that sort of thing, make bouquets. Um, yeah.
That is just wonderful. We're looking at some of the arrangements that you guys do or that you do. Um, how fun is it to design floral arrangements? First of all, many times, obviously, it's for weddings and beautiful days like that. I mean, some of this is stunning, really just beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm definitely, find something that you love to do and you'll never work another day in your life type deal.
Right,
Um,
right. I can imagine it's quite hectic during the busy seasons, which I think here
yeah,
in Maryland is now fall more than it is June, which used to be the bridal month of the year.
yeah,
And
you're right about that.
yeah,
October is the new June.
okay, all right, yeah. And
Yeah.
I see that it said you did 100 events last year. That's
Yep.
amazing, and I'm sure just continuing to grow. Looks like you have a great team around you as well.
Yep. I
Um,
couldn't do it without them.
yeah, yeah, of course, yeah, for sure. So, tell me a little bit about what the future is for Frederick Flower Farm.
Yeah, so of course we want to continue doing special events. Weddings are my passion, so any weddings I would love to, do. But of course, anything, funerals, special events, anything like that. Um, we do have a small storefront that's open during the season as well with local and handmade products. And then really just trying to grow with the community since I'm going on my third year here in Frederick, as with my own business, that is. I would love to just get my face out there more, get the company's face out there more, and see what we can do.
Yeah, I really love this. D. Miller says, my husband and I love Frederick Flower Farm. Chelsea and her team did our wedding flowers. They went above and beyond to bring our floral vision to life on such a special day. Uh, Great testimonial there. And you've got Gracie Stevens saying, go Chelsea. So your fans are watching, which is really and that speaks volumes because of course the wedding days are the days, right? And so
Mhm.
it would be, I'm sure, nerve-wracking as much as it is exciting to make sure everything goes perfectly.
Oh,
And I think
yeah.
definitely on the right track for that. I love the fact that you are here. So you were in Baltimore for a while, and now you're back here in Frederick.
Yeah, I was in Ellicott City, right off Old 40 for a while, about 5 years there. I was in Damascus before that, working
Yeah.
for a Baltimore-based floral company. And then, yeah,
Okay.
I've been in Frederick since. Just wanted to come home. My Frederick Flower Farm is actually located on my mom's property, which is a small horse farm. So we have horses and peacocks there. So if you stop by to pick flowers, you'll get to experience them.
Oh, that is wonderful. Well, we've got the website up, frederickflowerfarm.com. Obviously, keep an eye on the seasons for your I love doing the you pick
Yeah.
flowers. I mean, I think it's just wonderful. Tell me just as far as growing flowers for the you pick.
Mhm.
What would you recommend for this area if you want that bright burst of color that lasts the longest? What flowers do you recommend?
So if you want them to last the longest, I would suggest maybe doing some seed starting now, because then you can get them planted into the ground early spring as soon as the last frost happens. My favorite, that's the hardiest and goes the longest, is zinnias.
Yeah.
You can start them early, and then they'll last all the way to the last frost.
Yeah, and they're just so bright and beautiful and sturdy. I call them sturdy flowers because
They are.
when you do the U picks and you bring them home, there's some flowers that by the time you get home, they look like just a stick. So
Yeah, absolutely. Especially because we don't use any like pesticides or anything like that in ours. So they are all fresh, and sometimes there's a ladybug or two in them.
Of
so-
course, yeah. You gotta. I think people have said you soak them in water when you get them home just to refresh them, shake them out, make sure you're not bringing any critters inside.
Yep.
But we definitely
exactly.
want to have you back before that season comes. And love that you are giving back to Frederick in such a beautiful way with flowers. Frederick Flower Farm. This is Chelsea. Thank you so much for popping in today. And I know we're going to see a lot more of you very soon.
Yeah, thank you. And then just real quick, on Sunday, we're going to be at the Something Old, Something New bridal swap right in Steinhardt Brewery. And if
Yes.
you stick around until 4:45, we're doing a bouquet making class. So I'd love to see
fun.
anybody there. Yes.
Yeah. And is there a fee for that?
So the swap is free, so you can come walk around and meet lots of different vendors and local people. And then to make the bouquets is $45, and they're all fresh flowers with instruction by me.
Oh, fun. And I'm sure they get to take the flowers home.
Yeah,
So you get to
absolutely.
learn to make the bouquet. There is a lot to the design part. And I'm sure you're going to get into that with your experience, just how to place things so that they just look like artwork, which is
Yeah.
really great.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes, you are welcome. And I will be in touch very soon. I think there's a lot of fun stuff that we can work on together.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, we're going to take one more quick break. We're going to come back with what's happening in Frederick right after this.
Sponsored by Lawn Squad. Quick and easy quote, and you can be on your way to having the best lawn in the neighborhood. Watch the progress as Brian from Lawn Squad brings Danny's lawn back to life. Visit lawnsquad.com. Sponsored by Intense Barbecue. Family-owned barbecue food truck and catering company cooking in small batches to ensure that the food is the freshest it can be. Intense Barbecue can cater your events, and they do any kind of food. It doesn't have to be barbecue. Find them at IN, the number 10, SEBBQ.com, and satisfy your meat tooth.
All right, let's find out what is going on in Frederick.
Sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Gaithersburg and Taquito in Hagerstown. Taco Bar is in West Point Plaza off Route 40 in Frederick and at 3 Russell Avenue in Gaithersburg. And Taquito is at 812 Frederick Street in Hagerstown. Taquito offers the same great quality food with a drive-through experience. TacoBar1.com or Taquito by TacoBar.com.
All right, might be cold outside. You want to definitely always check the listings to make sure everything is still happening, because a lot of stuff has been closed. Obviously, the library was closed for a while and all that good stuff. So I am going by what I know was happening as of the other day. I want to say good morning to Terry Rowe, Maryland Bakes. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, on Saturday, kicking up a cure. I'm getting all my stuff together. We're going to have so many things to give away. I got tons of t-shirts. Some of them are Good Morning Frederick cups. I've got some new Live from Studio 401 pint cups that are awesome. Tons to give away. So come to Kicking Up a Cure at the Thermont Event Complex, 7 to 11 p.m. Some tickets will be available at the door, but I'm asking you, begging you, buy your tickets online beforehand so Thermont Country Kitchen knows how much food to cook. Dinner is included from Thermont Country Kitchen. Desserts are included from Clustered Spires Bakery, and just $30. You're going to learn all the line dances from Sharon's School of Dance, and we're going to dance all evening. You can get free mechanical bull rides. I expect to see everybody up and on the bull at some point throughout the night. And like I said, Good Morning Frederick's going to have a ton of giveaways. And I want to thank Shannon Flannery, the goddess of real estate of Mauer Realty, for helping to make that happen. Next Wednesday is our African Americans of Excellence program and kickoff. It is at the Weinberg Center. Tickets are just $20. You can get them at weinbergcenter.org. It is a great night of inspiration where we highlight 7 African Americans in our community who have done just extraordinary things to make our community better. And that's what I love. I love about that program. Kind of why we do this show here, to make sure you understand kind of how good you have it. And you don't know that until you move out of Frederick and you realize not everywhere is like it is here. March 14th, you can get your teams together for Blessings in a Backpack. The Race to Feed event is at Hood College. Go to frederick.blessingsinAbackpack.org to register. Teams are going to race to pack bags, snack bags for kids in Frederick County. And they've got to pack 5,000. So what better way to do it than make it a competition? And we're going to see who rises to the top of that challenge in March. March 30th, the countywide adult egg hunt begins. That's right. It's going to be a little different this year in how we distribute the eggs. And you're going to find out all about that coming up in March. But I want to thank Uncle Ralph's Bakery and A&S Construction for signing on as early sponsors. If you want to be a part of that, you can donate gift cards or merchandise. And even if you are a business like an insurance company or something like that, you can donate a gift card to Downtown Frederick or Amazon or a local shop. And of course, you will be getting the credit in the mentions for that prize donation. So, we'd love to have you be involved. People have the best time with this event. It is why we do it 3 times a year now. So it's a ton of fun. May 15th and 16th is the Relay for Life of Frederick County. That is at FCC. And what an extraordinary 12 hours that event is. On the 20th, that's tonight. Okay, so the Frederick County Charter School Night, I believe, is still on tonight at 7. Tomorrow, you've got the Teen Job Fair at Walkersville Public Library. There's also a spaghetti and lasagna dinner fundraiser for Catoctin Area's FFA, which is a great program. And if you want to go to that, all you have to look up is spaghetti dinner and Catoctin, and you'll find it on social media. The 31st, we've got Bad Bunny Night at Benstown with benefactor events. A lot of bees on that one. That is tomorrow night at 9. The 31st, 4 to 7, is Ladies Night at Flood Zone with local vendors and drink specials. And also the Guys in Thin Ties 80s Night at Old Mother kicks off at 5. February 7th is Fire and Ice. That is not this Saturday, but next Saturday, which is first Saturday in downtown Frederick. And ice sculptures all along Carroll Creek and along Market Street, and a ton of fun. The 13th, we had Carlos and Carol on yesterday talking about Galentine's Day. That is at McClintock Distilling. Free event, no agenda, no nothing. Now, if you do want to participate in the diamond giveaway, you can choose to do so, but not required. You do want to bring your cash for food and bev, just to keep the lines moving. And also on the 13th at midnight is the deadline for the 9 Lives of Love raffle for Focus, Friends of our Frederick County Animal Shelter. And they have a great Valentine's gift basket up for just $9. You can buy a raffle ticket for that. The 19th is a rescheduled date for the Frederick County Charter School Night, which was supposed to be held, I think, yesterday or the day before. They rescheduled it for February 19th at 7:30. And we have several charter schools in Frederick that will be on hand to answer your questions. February 22nd at 11 is the Bag and Cash Bingo at Vigilant Hose Company in Emmitsburg. The 23rd is beginner-friendly line dancing at AmVets Post 2. And your entry is just a donation of your choice. And the 27th, FCC is hosting a jazz festival evening concert, which is free, but they ask you to get your tickets at Eventbrite so that they know how many to expect. All right. Want to thank you guys so much for tuning in today. How interesting were our guests today. I love the fact that we can search our genealogy. I expect to hear from you guys on maybe if you have discovered something that you didn't know before you started. I have a lot of friends doing genealogy searches. I want to make sure they're aware of it as well. And flowers, there is nothing better. So be sure to look up Frederick Flower Farm as well if you need flowers for any occasion. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We'll be back tomorrow to wrap up the week. It will be Friday. And I know I'm looking forward to Friday and more great guests every single day right here at Good Morning Frederick. Please tell your friends to watch our goal, 3,000 subscribers in 2026. Hopefully you can help us get there. So head over to YouTube and search Everything Frederick Live YouTube channel. All right. We will see you tomorrow morning at 9. Have a great rest of your day and get out there, Frederick. Let's be
Sponsored by Fusion Car Wash. Now with 2 locations in Frederick to serve you. One on Spectrum Drive near the FSK Mall, which is a full-service location. And TJ Drive with self-serve vacuums. Download the free Fusion Car Wash app and sign up for a monthly membership. And you can keep all your cars clean daily. FusionCarWash.com.